welcome everyone. My name is Ruiz, founder of Baztec, and welcome to another edition of Baztec Ice Team Podcasts. All right, this is podcast number 4.
Número 4.
Número 4. All right. Today have a very special guest. She's been on our show before, a lovely guest, Diana Cobbs. Diana, how are you?
I'm good. It's good to be here today.
Good to see you again. Let's start. Like we always do. I want to give a shout out to all our great sponsors and make this happen.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to start off with just Clam, one of our dear and very supportive sponsors. The Marty family of Shell's Brewing Company that are great supporters as well. Vexlar. We're going to get into that. We're using their equipment.
Absolutely.
We're using their equipment a lot this last week up in Lake of the Woods. And excuse me, folks, I have a little bit of a cold, so you're going to have to excuse me. Today we're not drinking any beer. We're drinking tea today. So, yeah, Lake of the Woods got me a little sick. So, I want to give a shout out to Tax Actions, Farmers Insurance, our buddy Ricky G out in Maple Grove. Takes really good care of us. And I want to give a shout out to a new supporter, a new sponsor. This is very exciting for us. River Bend Resort in Baudette, Minnesota.
That's way up there.
That's way up there. 5.5 hours. Yeah. However, we're going to get into that, but I just want to, they're new supporters of ours. We're going to be doing some great work with them in the near future. I can't reveal too much quite yet. However, I will talk about some things about that partnership, what that's going to look like. So big shout out to them. I can't thank them enough. And also want to thank the folks at AGLOW. It's an acronym for the Association of Great Lakes Outdoor Riders. For folks that don't know, I do write on occasion for Outdoor Life. I do write on occasion for the DNR. Well, I did write for the DNR. And also for some Latino publications, Spanish-speaking publications. And AGLOW was very gracious and very kind to bring me on as a member, and it's been great. Big shout out to my homie Joe Henry, Mark Smith, Brett Edmondson, and everyone else. They've been nothing but great, and it's been awesome, and I can't thank them enough. Big shout out to Lake of the Woods Tourism, and again, that Joe Henry is executive director, and because of him, I was able to be a member and enjoy a awesome trip up north. So thank you. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Joe, and everyone else at AGLOW. I really appreciate the opportunity. Moving on. I know you probably want to ask me some questions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Before we get into some of the stuff you want to ask me, I want to get into events. Let's talk about the events Baztec's having.
Yeah.
So we have Sunday, February 25th, we have Sauna Strong, 8 to 11. What do you think of that?
I think we hope that the ice holds out still on that little bay of the lake.
Yeah.
And it'll be fun to do ice fishing and saunas at the same time.
Yeah, they're going to have a DJ. We talked about, they're going to have a DJ there, live DJ. They're going to have axe throwing. They're going to have a run.
Axe throwing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not at us or anything.
That's good.
Nothing like that. We'll be dodging axes. No, it just they're putting a combination of different sports activities, outdoor sports activities or ice activities, and or winter activities. Excuse me. And it's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that one. Again, that's this Sunday, and today is Monday. Today's Monday. Well, I forgot the exact date. Today is
the 19th.
The 19th. This will air Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Which is you're probably watching it right now, which is Tuesday. And the event for Sauna Strong, it's out on Lake Minnewaska, and it is from 8 a.m. to 11. I'm not sure if it's invite or anything, but just check out their website. There's a link. We'll link it below on our YouTube channel. We'll link them up so you can check them out. And the other one we have that same day, Fiesta en la Nieve, which means
Party in the snow.
That's right. Party in the snow. Which, finally, we got some snow. So, imagine if we didn't have any snow, what would they call it?
I don't know.
Fiesta in Minnesota?
Fiesta en febrero.
Fiesta en febrero, there you go. Fiesta or party in February. And that's with our great and amazing partner, Dakota County. And Anna Ferris, big shout out to her. She invited us to come out, and we're not necessarily going to be doing ice fishing, but we're going to be showing folks how ice fishing is set up. And they're going to be, because they don't feel they have a certain amount of ice they need to run programs, and it's a lot. It's like at least 12 inches of ice, and I believe the lake we were on is probably down to like 8 to 9 inches. So, unfortunately, we're going to be doing it on dry land, but it'll still be fun. It'll be a good time.
Yeah, we get to set up our shelters and show people how those work.
Yeah, we'll do all that. We'll have pamphlets in English and Spanish. We'll have regulation books. We'll have information on fish consumption, getting the lead out stuff. What else do we have? Fin.
Yeah, we could use our spud bars and show people why the ice isn't safe.
Right, exactly. All kinds of different.
Certainly.
Yeah, all kinds of different things. So it's gonna be a good time. So that is in Farmington, Minnesota. You can check out the Dakota County website, and that is from 2 to 5 p.m. Check that out, and we'll link that as well. And that's all for events. I am pending an event with not Neighborhood House. What's the other organization? IMM International. I'm horrible with acronyms.
Yeah.
And we're not going to edit this. We're going to show how bad we are at acronyms. It's IIM, International something Students. I
don't know, but it's with the University of Minnesota.
It's with the University of Minnesota and our buddy Luke.
With them.
Yes, and our buddy Lucas, which we love. He's awesome. Yeah. He's a good dude. We're hoping that we hear back, and we've heard back from one of the leadership, and we're gonna hopefully we hear back from the other part of the leadership. Hopefully we can get something going there, and they can confirm, and we're gonna have that on Como Lake, so that'll be pretty good. And they got a good ice out there, so we should be good to go. So moving on. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today.
Now we get to talk about your trip?
Sure. Let's talk about let's talk about the trip. Let's talk about finally. So for folks that don't know, I spent all last week at Lake of the Woods, and I was invited by Executive Director Mark Smith. Big shout out to Mark. I got the chance to meet him finally. We were emailing back and forth, but it was awesome hanging out with him and having some beers with him, and it was really cool. So took the drive up early on Monday, and 5.5 hours. Took me about 6 hours to get there because I think I stopped for gas once. I wanted to make sure I had enough gas just in case.
Yeah, once you get up there, you're up there.
Yeah, because there's really not a lot of, once you get up there north, there's really not a lot of gas stations, man. Right. It's pretty desolate up there.
Right.
So
6 hour drive.
Yeah, so 6 hour drive, and I made it, and when I got there, I was greeted by someone Mike Farrell. You have you met Mike Farrell he's the founder of Memories Made Out.
I don't think so.
No, Memories Made Outdoors. No, he knows your brother. He knows your brother. He's a part of the clan ProStaff. So Mike's the founder, and he's up there. And I walk in the door.
Yeah.
And Mike's
your name.
Mike's a big dude, man. He's the sweetest, kindest dude you'll ever meet. And he's a very large man. And he's like, Ray. And I was like, I kind of stopped my tracks, like, hey. And he gives me a big, hey, it's good to see you, brother. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? And I'm like, hey, am I in the right spot? This is the right place? And he's like, yeah, you're good, man. You're good. I'm like, cool. And the first thing I was like, I need a beer. After that long drive, need a beer. So I get a beer, and Mike's like, hey, I'm looking around, and like, hey, to see who's there at the resort. It's a really nice resort. It's really nice, and belly up to the bar, tell the bartender, hey, I just have I think I had a grain belt, And again, shout out to Grain Belt. They sell a lot of their beer up there. That in Northeast.
As they should.
Grain Belt Northeast, they sell a lot up there. So I go, I grab my beer, and then Mark Smith is right there. Mm-hmm. And I had never met him, so I'm like, go up to him, hey, Mr. Smith, how you doing, sir? My name's Ruiz. Oh, hey, nice to meet you, man. I pull up a chair. Mm-hmm. So I started drinking a beer with him, and we started, kind of shooting the shit a little bit. That was kind of cool, just talking about fishing. How was your drive? I was like, oh, it was great. And he drove from Indiana.
Oh.
They drove quite a ways, man.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's a haul. So it's him and his wife and his daughter. Mm-hmm. They were there, and I'll tell you what, it was great. And I want to give a big shout out to the owners of that resort, Paul Johnson and Brandy Johnson. Excuse me. Amazing people, incredible hospitality, great resort. I mean, it was awesome. It was just a great experience. I got to meet. I mean, they were so busy attending to us that it was just one of those deals where you just felt like if they made you feel like family when we were there.
Small town Baudette, Minnesota.
Yeah, man. It was really, really cool. And I hadn't been up there in a long time. I did tournaments up there. We did tournaments up there. We've, even my buddies and I, we would go up there all the time in the summertime and a few times in the spring. And it was went a few times before in the wintertime. But it's such a big lake. Yeah. I'm just gonna go for folks who have never been up there. Go over some facts about.
I think it's bigger than we think.
It's massive. It's like it's the sixth largest freshwater lake in the United States.
Really?
Yes. It's massive.
Okay.
I think the other ones are the Great Lakes.
No, there's 4 of those, and then there's one other one somewhere.
Yes. I forgot.
No, there's 5 of those.
Yeah, 5 of those. So that would be the.
Yeah,
so great.
Okay.
So Lake of the Woods is like right there.
Okay.
That's how massive it is. I think they say it's over 1 million acres just in the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's enormous. 75 miles long and wide. Okay. 70. Over 14,000 islands. It's
wow.
It's great. It's incredible. It's just an incredible.
I mean, 70 miles long is like from here to St. Cloud.
Yeah. Yes. Think about that. That's how big
mm-hmm. that
lake is.
Okay.
That ecosystem is enormous, and it's loaded with trophy fish. People from all around the world go fish that. That is mm-hmm. the lake. Mm-hmm. If you live in Minnesota, you have to go to this.
You have to, yeah.
You have to. I mean,
it's been a long time since I've been there, but yeah.
You got some family, right? Then I'll talk about that a little bit. You got like some family that live near, not like near or around there, or like
not
close?
My family, but my best friend's family from high school.
That's right.
Her family, she grew up there. Her family grew up there, so
yeah.
we went there, visited.
Man. Well, what was your first reaction when you got there and you got to see this place? What was your impression?
I mean, just how massive it was, but then you have this tiny little town, or all of these tiny little towns that kind of survive on that lake.
Right.
From the tourism and.
Right, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It brings in, I mean, that small town in the summer is, I mean, year round, there's always people there, yeah. But I can't even imagine the spring and summer. I mean, it's insane how much it goes from X amount, which is very low, mm-hmm. to Y, which is like now like, oh my God, like all the hotels fill up, the resorts fill up.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The only other thing I want to say, what makes that fishery incredible is that the Rainy River feeds it. Mm-hmm. And the Rainy River is an enormous river system. Mm-hmm. And it is loaded with fish too. We're not going to spend time. We can talk. We'll bring Joe Henry on, and he can tell us all about that. And I'm going to have him on the podcast. You'll love this guy. He's an amazing dude. I cannot wait to have him on. We might have to do it virtually with him because he's such a busy guy and he gets mm-hmm. pulled in so many different directions. But Joe, if you're watching, you're going to be on my podcast,
you're
man.
Up next.
That's right. You're up next, man. So, big shout out to, again, Paul and Brandy Johnson. Thank you for your hospitality. So it was great,
Can't wait to work with them.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a partner of ours, and we're going to be doing a lot of really cool things with them. So I know you have a ton of questions. So what else can I tell you? Well, let me kind of just finish telling you about like when I got there. So I get there, have a grain belt, and then start meeting everyone, and then they serve us dinner right around like 6:30, and we had what did we have? I think it was lasagna. Yeah, I think it was lasagna. We had lasagna yeah, it was lasagna. It was awesome. It was so good. It was so
homemade
good.
lasagna.
Homemade lasagna, pepperoni slices.
Oh.
Pepperoni slices, and then they had like ground beef and pork. Oh, it was delicious. So good. The food was amazing, and the cool thing about when we were together, they kind of talk a lot about what the week is going to look like, what all the activities we're going to do. And they gave all of us Cast King fishing rods, which were actually pretty cool rods. They gave us the rod is interesting because it has two different kind of actions. One was medium light.
On the same rod.
On the same rod. You can pull it out, and you can put another rod in it. It's because inserted, and it was really cool. However, I did break one rod. So.
Were you trying to bend it too far?
I was trying to bend it. No, not too hard. Just bend it a little bit, and it just broke. But I don't know. Maybe I have strong hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. But that was.
It's not the first one you broke in your life.
Oh my God! Ain't that the truth? So they gave us a rod Power Pro 6-pound Power Pro line, which is one of our favorite lines. Braided line Power Pro is a fantastic line. What else? A package of, I showed you this Smith's tools like for fishing.
Yeah, like pliers and fish holders.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Sharpeners.
Yeah.
All kinds of really cool gadgets, and we're gonna be talking about their products. I really like this thing. They had a little knife. And I wish we could have brought it, but it's some. I don't know where I put it in my equipment, but it's. It almost looks like looks like a pocket knife, and it is incredibly sharp. I mean, razor sharp. It's razors, but it doesn't look like a razor. It looks like a knife. Amazing product. I was like, wow, that is cool. So I was using that a lot to like cut line, tie new knots and stuff. So yeah, they outfitted us with that, and that was really nice of them.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great, and I'll be looking into more of their products as well as Cast King stuff. So more to come on that. So that's basically the night that I got there. Excuse me. And then after that, we got into the fishing. The next morning.
Early, like 6 or something.
Yeah, 6:37. We have breakfast super early, and then we go. Now check this out. We drive from, because we're right on the river. We're right on the lake and the river. It's like right there. We drove 6.2 miles to our spot.
Like drove over the ice or drove over land?
No. I think we drove on land to get to the lake, to get to the inlet of the lake. I don't know, maybe 200, 300 yards.
Okay.
And then from there, 6.2 miles.
On the ice.
On the ice.
Okay.
In trucks, in convoys.
So they have way more ice than we do.
They have about, and people were asking me about this, how much ice they had. It had about between 18 and 22 inches.
Yeah.
Of ice.
Yeah, that's good.
So, it was plenty of ice. Had a great time out there. What you were asking me prior to the podcast about what we were using.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't done a ton of ice fishing this year ourselves.
Besides programming. And
we have all these cool little Tika flashes and these little Tika minnows that are in our sign up here. So I was hoping you got to use some of those and experience those.
We did. So I got to use. So I tied on. I had the 2 Tikas. I had the Tika Flash.
Mm-hmm.
And one of your favorite colors.
The Wonder Bread. I saw that in your picture.
Yeah. Well, and what's funny about that is I was using a different one, and my buddy Jacob Van Heusen, he's a professor at a college in Michigan. Big shout out to him, man. I had a great time with that dude. He was hilarious, man. That dude's, he's hilarious. And he was using the Wonder Bread. And I caught the first fish. I struck first blood. Well, it was Brian Brochot. I think that's his. I hope I'm not mispronouncing his name. Mm-hmm. He's a walleye pro from South Dakota.
Okay.
The walleye guys. Big shout out to Brian. Learned a lot from him. Found out that he actually played. He met Willie Nelson, and played in Willie Nelson's bar with Willie Nelson.
Oh my! That's like your dream come true.
Yeah. He's a big Willie Nelson. I was like, dude, are you serious, bro? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I waited all night for him, and he's like, he's really short and this and that. It's like, he's really nice. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
He played. I don't know if he plays harmonica or guitar. I don't know, Brian, but he ended up playing. And Willie Nelson said, hey, come on up, join us, and they were all jamming. So he was telling me this.
What an honor.
Yeah, he was telling me this story when we were on our way back after we got done fishing. And I couldn't believe it, man. It was like, I was like, dude, that's pretty awesome. So yeah. So Jacob, my buddy, he had the Tika Flash, the clam, Tika Flash, for folks that don't know, it's a little bait, treble hook, and it is... I believe it's metal based. It's metal. I don't think it has a rattle in it. I don't believe so.
There's no rattle in it, but it has the little
spoon in the back.
Flashes, yeah.
Yeah, and it's fantastic bait. Wonder Bread. You want to talk about why it's called Wonder Bread?
I'm not sure I know why it's called Wonder Bread, except for that it's white with.
Well, think about.
Looks like the Wonder Bread
loaf.
Like the logo from Wonder Bread with the.
That's it. That's why they call it.
It's white with. Blue and red spots on it.
Polka dots,
yeah.
different colors. So that's why they call it the Wonder Bread. I was using the gold,
which you also really like.
I do really like gold, and everyone out there really uses gold a lot because they have golden shiners, they have tulipies, whitefish, and a lot of the hues and the colors of the bait fish are golden in color. So that's why we were using that. I also was using Tika Minnow, and I was using Fire Tiger.
That's these guys right here.
Yeah, that guy right there, and that's the Fire Tiger. Well, that's the Perch Fire Tiger.
Yeah.
The orange one, I was using the orange.
Okay.
Orange Fire Tiger, and that's the Perch Fire Tiger.
And you caught fish with all of those.
I did. They were. I'm not gonna lie. They were very.
They're not trophy fish.
No, not trophy fish. It was a tough bite. Yeah, it was really. The first day was good, our best day. Then after that, it kind of declined, and we were using just minnows, creek chubs or whatever, dead stick in them. I was using a drop kick jig, I put a little jig, took my minnow, hooked it through the nose, through the lip, dropped it down, and we were fishing at 30 to 32 feet we were fishing pretty deep.
The Vexlar reaches that far?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to just make adjustments on the Vexlar.
Yeah.
Again, big shout out to our partners at Vexlar. They make great equipment.
Yeah.
I did want to mention something about Vexlar. If anybody's out there looking for deals, go to Vexlar.com, go to their website, and they have a segment in there where they have discounted units.
Ooh, like the reconditioned ones.
The reconditioned ones, yeah.
And they still come with a warranty.
And they still come with a warranty, and man, you cannot get a better deal.
Right.
That's like literally, Corey, our friend Corey out there, he'll hook you up, man. Like, just give him a call, email him, drop in the store, ask for them, and they're on display. Grab yourself a hoodie while you're there, grab some swag. They have great stuff. But those units, people don't realize they're discounted big time. And there's nothing wrong with them. Nothing wrong with them at all. So yeah, I just wanted to make that point because a lot of you need. It's good to have this. You don't need it, but it's good to have it.
Mm-hmm.
Good to have those flashers or the.
If you can find a good deal on one, you know I like good deals.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we were using the drop kick. No, the jig, the drop kick jig. For those folks that don't know, this little jig. What makes the drop kick unique? It is tungsten. And with that,
flat, isn't it?
It's flat, and it's easier to pick up on a flasher or on your Vexlar because it's more dense. So when the signal hits that jig head and it comes back up, it reads it a lot better. And we'll do more content on this.
Yeah, we should.
We're gonna, so you can see the difference between tungsten and lead, or something that is not as dense. You know, I swear by these dropkick jigs. They're great. We lower it, so you lower it down, and it's quite a ways, man. You're dropping your line, and you're waiting, and you're seeing that minnow go all the way down, and the fish, Deanna, were on the bottom. Like what was funny is on your sonar, you drop your bait on the bottom, it disappears, you lift it, and it shows up on the sonar on your Vexlar, and you're like, okay, there it is. Then you would see the fish come up from the mud. Belly up.
They're staying warm.
Yeah, something like that. They would come up from the bottom. They were like, you couldn't even see them sometimes until they kind of came up. You know, and we were like, oh, there's one. And as soon as you drop it, they would come in, and you would lift your bait a foot, 18 inches up or whatever, and they'd follow it up, and they would just like check it out, be curious. And we noticed that immediately that the fish were hugging the bottom. Hugging the bottom, which was they were not the easiest fish to catch. You had to really work for them. So it was tough. I'm not gonna say. And we were there with some good sticks, man. Jim Willis, I think that's his name. Another guy he's from Wisconsin. I think he's from Eau Claire. We're fishing the same same shack, and all those guys are amazing, like great anglers. Great pros, all of them in their own right, and we caught some fish, but it was tough.
What kind of fish did you catch?
Walleyes.
Okay.
Saugers, tullabies, and I believe some folks caught whitefish. Yeah. Now, for folks of you that don't know this, but whitefish and tullabies are beautiful fish, but they're very fragile. If I put a tullabee in your hand, it's like if the scales come right off. It's like glitter. It's like they're oily and they stink. Like you can smell them. Like they're very stinky. And a lot of people like to smoke them. That's how like a lot of the folks from Native American folks to Europeans, they would pickle them or smoke them because the taste was not harsh, but it was oily. And I mean, I like oil. I like olive oil. You know me. I like olive oil. I like avocado oil. But I don't know about oily fish, man.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that either.
Yeah. So. So those are the species of fish that we're catching, and we did okay. The first day was our best day. We ended up having a fish fry, sort of, kind of, back at the lodge. They Matt, which was one of the sons of Paul and Brandy, they filleted him up, made a beer batter. Well, I don't know if they used beer batter, but they fried him up, and it was so good.
I bet the fresh fish is.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Another species that was caught at night, burbot, or eel pout.
Okay.
Yeah. Another great fish to eat. You ever eat that?
No, I've never had that one.
Never?
I've never had tullabee either. Caught those, never caught those.
You're probably better off,
I can't imagine what your hands would smell like after that. So.
Well, they were pretty stinky.
Yeah.
And I mean, for they're fun to catch. Their mouth is not very big; it's really small. So those small tikka flashes they were just hammering those things. They were just hammering them. So we caught quite a few of those.
Okay.
I mean, they're fun to catch, but we wanted to catch.
We wanted to catch some walleyes.
Walleyes and some saugers.
Yeah.
So, but that didn't happen. We did, but not the numbers that we wanted to. So, yeah. I know you have some more questions for me in regards to my trip. So please, shoot away. Other than what baits we were using, how deep we're fishing. Let's see. Weather conditions.
I mean, it's Minnesota, so yeah, weather conditions, and then I think more about why you were there. I mean, about Aglow to begin with, and
that's a great
what they did to bring all of you guys together. Like, what is this that brought you up there to begin with?
And thank you for that question. That's a great segue. So, Aglow, it was a writers' conference, a writers' workshop up there, and they partnered with Memories Made Outdoors, which Mike Farrell is the founder. So Mike met Joe Henry at the Minnesota Roundtable, Minnesota DNR Roundtable. They connected.
This year?
Yeah,
Okay.
Well,
it
was it this year? Yeah, it was this year. Because when was it? In January. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was in January.
Yeah, because you were there.
I was there. Yeah, I was a panelist.
Okay.
So they met, and Mike was basically the organization Memories Made Outdoors. They are a nonprofit that serves veterans and first responders. Mm-hmm. And what they do is they take them out fishing and provide outdoor experiences that folks like that normally won't or never have. Like, all those guys had never been to Lake of the Woods.
Okay.
Or at least a majority of them, I don't think, had ever been to Lake of the Woods. Or I don't think anyone had. So that was their first trip up there. And that's the reason why. So Aglow partnered with Memories Made Outdoors to bring in and facilitate these guys, the veterans and first responders, to give them a world-class ice fishing experience. Mm-hmm. So that's why they were there. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. And it was cool to be part of it. Mike Farrell's a really cool dude, man. A lot of the guys there are amazing. I did get to talk to a guy named JT, and he has a friend who has a movie on Netflix. Yes, and he reached out to him while we were there at Riverbend Resort, and he's like, "Hey man, I just met this guy named Ray Ruiz. He does fishing." He's like, "Dude, my buddy loves river fishing. Ray loves fishing the river." And I said, "Dude, let's go fishing." And
let's go fishing.
He is a war veteran, and I believe he's missing a leg, from what I understand, and that's what the documentary was about. Is about his journey of how to cope with missing a missing leg, and his journey and his process, and it was. I haven't seen it, so we should watch it.
Yeah, we should.
We should definitely watch it, check it out, because I would be honored to have both those men on my boat, and like to watch them just catch trophy fish on the Mississippi River would be an honor. So more to come on that. Yeah. I'm going to have both of those guys on the podcast. I think I want to do a part 1 and part 2 of that podcast. I want to bring them in so they can get their story. Then maybe sometime later we go fishing on the river and we do a podcast after, maybe that same day. After we get done, we come down, drink some beers, grill out, and then do the podcast. That would be freaking awesome. That'd be super cool.
Yeah.
And
so, make sure to take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, we will.
All their fish, yeah.
Yeah, we will. So that's basically what Aglow was doing in Lake of the Woods. give enough shout out to Brandy and Paul Johnson for hosting everything, and donating their time and their resources and their lodging and everything. It was
that's super cool.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun. So you and I, hopefully, we're going to be going up there. Well, not just you and I, but you and I, and some of our other pro staff.
Mm-hmm.
We have our junior pro staff, who, if you're watching, if you're not working, you might be able to go up to the Lake of the Woods. I know you like to work. He's a young man trying to save money for a for a truck.
Earn some good things, yeah.
But you can't, pay. Well,
it's a fine balance between opportunities.
Yes.
And work.
Yes, and you're not going to get those experiences at work. These are once in a lifetime. Yeah. Once in a lifetime, and I hope that our pro staff can make it out, and I know you teach, so like it's gonna, we'll figure something out.
Figure something out, yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure something out about that.
Yeah.
Abby Rabine, big shout out to her. What you just saw her on the social media? Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like about you saw her on a podcast.
She just did a different podcast with Tuned Up Custom Rods.
Okay.
So the Iceman podcast is what it was called.
Excuse me.
Yeah, cold's getting the best of you.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
the Iceman podcast. So she was a special guest on their podcast
Okay,
this
cool.
week. Looks like it just came out today. So.
Oh, that podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, but so big shout out to, what's the podcast name?
The Iceman.
Iceman podcast.
Yeah,
there
it's
you
like
go.
they're out of Coon Rapids. It looks like.
Oh, okay. So. Hey, well, thank you guys for having one of our pro staff out there. She's awesome. Abby's an amazing angler, and we haven't had her on. She's been busy fishing.
She's been busy fishing. She's been all over Minnesota.
Been all over.
Yeah.
All over Minnesota fishing. And
I don't know when she's home, so.
we should give her a call and be like, hey, when are you home? So you got to come on the podcast.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it'd be good to see her.
Yeah, it would be, and learn a little bit about like what she's been doing. Mm-hmm. Learn a little bit about like some new tactics or techniques that she's learning, because she fishes with like some incredible people in the outdoor space, or ice fishing anglers who are just some of the best.
And she's been everywhere, from Mille Lacs to Detroit Lakes, Vergas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I've seen her in the Lake of the Woods, but her social media posts up there. But.
Yeah, I haven't seen her up there, but
yeah.
I don't think. I mean, she probably has been up there, but probably, I don't know. Probably been a while.
To ask her. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Yeah. As far as other content, I did want to a few other things that we can close out. This will be a short podcast, and I did want to bring up our swag.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, our swag. So.
Yeah.
We finally got our inventory in. Took a little bit, but we really shopped hard for our consumers. We got
good quality things.
Yes,
yeah.
That's we've been asked by a lot of people. Hey Ray, where can I buy a hoodie? No, this is a Shell's hoodie, and one of the Diana's wearing.
This is the first generation.
First generation, yeah. But we work really hard.
Yeah.
We work with one of our partners, our buddy Dan, for swag, for quality hoodies, quality hats. Mm-hmm. Because as anglers, we got to make sure we're warm, and we got to make sure we're comfortable. And if we're not comfortable, we're not selling that shit to our people.
Oh,
our community.
No.
Pardon my French, but we're not going to do that. It's only quality, and you're only going to get quality with Baztec, quality garments that we wear, that we were out there wearing, and it's just we're so more to come on that. We're going to have it on our website. We have just a few items. We have a hoodie, a hooded sweatshirt with our logo on it, and it has some print on the sleeve.
Yeah, Minneapolis, St. Paul on
Minneapolis,
the sleeve,
St. Paul,
Baztec on the front.
Baztec on the front.
Yeah, they're black hoodies. Yeah.
All black hoodies.
Really nice.
More colors to come, but we're going to start with just black hoodies because that's the color we've been people have been requesting a lot of. And the other thing is hats. We have beanie hats, which are freaking awesome.
They're fleece lined, so they're super warm. I mean, I wore them out on the ice all day, and that was almost too warm sometimes. But when you're moving around, but you can't complain about a hat that's too warm. So.
That fleece is, trust me,
it's warm.
It's you guys are gonna be like, wow, this is like an amazing hat, and it is. Trust me. It's great. It's all we wear. All our ProStaff wears is that hat, that beanie hat. It's great.
And then long sleeve shirts.
Yes, and we were really picky with the shirts.
Absolutely.
And especially me.
Yeah.
You know how picky I am.
I hate itchy shirts.
I know.
I hate shirts that are too tight or too loose.
Yes, and this is a great fabric, great product, long sleeve.
Super soft.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna. I think folks are gonna be very happy. So please check out our. We might not have it up right away. We're gonna try to get it in by at least a weekend, or sometime next week. We have to take pictures of the stuff, and we just have to load it up and get it ready. But yeah, just so please go to our website, visit it. Please be patient with us. We appreciate your patience while we, get all that infrastructure set up on our website.
BaztecMN.com.
Yep, BaztecMN.com. Yep, and go to shop, and then you'll see our apparel there and stuff. And then this will be winter apparel. We are going into the spring. We will have spring products too. Sun shirts, hats, some other products. So look out for that. But something that we as an avid angler or avid anglers, we live in Minnesota. It can get cold like that. It could get windy quickly.
And just out on the water, you can always wear a hoodie. I mean, especially in Minnesota in the mornings or in the evening. Yeah.
So our hoodies, they're awesome. They're very, very comfortable. They're heavy duty, but they're nice. They're very, I don't know, you just move really well in them. And they're just super warm. Yeah. That's the other thing. They're super warm. So we really appreciate the support. So please, go to our site, check out our swag, and check out for more stuff that we're going to be bringing on too. You know what I mean?
The hats that you have on your head.
Yeah, this hat, Baztec hat. We're going to have different colors. This is just our first prototype, which we don't have these for sale yet, but we will. We're going to have them for sale. And so more to come. More to come there. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. We'll work hard this weekend getting those up.
Yeah.
And that shop set up.
We'll get everything set up. So again, check out our BaztecMN.com.
If you have any questions about it, send an email.
Yeah, please send an email.
Send an inquiry. We're happy to answer any questions about it as well.
Yeah, and I don't know I think Abby's on there. I don't know if you're on there, but I'll make sure I'll put your email in case people want any questions. You have your email. They have my contact information.
I think there's like a contact us button.
Yes, there is.
So just can go through there too. But yeah, for sure.
Right, exactly.
Happy to answer any questions about those.
Yep, absolutely. Other than that, it's going to be a fun weekend of events, and we're looking good for Sunday morning.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Sunday afternoon.
Fun to get outside and get some sunshine.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, other than that, I just want to thank you for hanging out. And,
for sure.
I'm not sure who's going to be on next besides you and I. I think maybe Mr. Phil Bedone. He just came off of and Abby did. What's the name of that? Something homie.
Oh,
Chromie homie with a chromie, or chromie with a homie, or I'm sorry.
But it was an event this past weekend for kids, people with Down syndrome.
Folks with Down syndrome. Great cause. Big shout out to our Baztec Ice Team ProStaff. Phil Bedone and Abby Rabine, they were both there. I couldn't be there. I was out of town, Lake of the Woods. You were busy as well. You had other obligations. Couldn't make it. So, but I heard it was a great time. It was awesome. Great turnout. So.
Yeah, I sent it to some friends to go.
Yeah,
so
that's
we'll
right.
See, I'll touch base with them tomorrow at school.
Mm-hmm.
See if they went.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I don't have anything else. Do you got anything else?
I don't think so.
Cool. All right. Well, it's been awesome chatting with you. Thank you for all the great questions. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's good to what? I'm sorry.
It was just good to chat and to learn more about your trip.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
And if folks have any questions about the gear we're using, about the trip, about the resort, please put in the comments. Please subscribe, like, and share. Mm-hmm. And remember, we are still giving away swag at the end of the month. Every month, we're giving away stuff. All right? So please, we're going to be giving away hoodies, hats, koozies, mud openers, stickers. It's all a little package.
Yeah, it's a little package.
It's a little package.
It's nice stuff, though.
So please subscribe, like, and share with somebody, and that'll automatically put you in a pool. Mm-hmm. We randomly pick a number, a name. We'll reach out to you. Hey, man, what's up? Send us your address, or we can meet you somewhere and drop it off, or hand it to you in person, or we can mail it to you if you live out of state, because we have folks that follow us from other parts of the United States. So awesome. Well, thank you again.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Until next time.
Next time.
Adios. Salud. All right.